all you need is, like, for muster for battle, you get a good fan of knives with prep or otherwise, and things tend to snowball. So Dog's decision here to keep the Violet Teacher makes a lot of sense. I think it's one of those cards that you cannot afford throwing out, especially against a possibly slowish deck.
Mm-hmm.
We're not seeing the Rogue's hand when it's the Paladin's turn. I'm gonna have to tell the admins that.
Well, we did see it in the Mulligans. There was like a backstab and there was a Violet Teacher most importantly.
Yep.
Because the Violet Teacher is like really huge because it does not die to a true silver champion. It's so tricky to deal with. So like one of the best ways to, or like the easiest ways for the Rogue to win, in my opinion, is like when you get a good Violet Teacher prep anything going. That's like really, really good.
Well, that's a Blade Flurry. I don't know how you feel about playing it now, but I mean, I almost like Violet Teacher, but you could do that next turn with Violet Teacher coin and something else, as opposed to coin Violet backstab trade with your face.
It's interesting. I think you do, because you have double Violet Teachers. I think you do play one of them here and clear one of the 1/1s with the weapon. Do you backstab? Like, that's the question.
Because if you do, what you actually effectively do is you're giving yourself enough stuff on the board to deal with more minions than he has at the moment. Because he ends up with 1 and you end up with 2.
I don't necessarily think there's a reason to backstab. Like, why would you do it?
Oh, there's no necessity.
So you can wait for it one turn, because even if there's a true silver, there will still be one of the dudes up, which is gonna let the Paladin to trade. True silver is what you do not want to see here.
Reynad goes for the equality on the Violet Teacher, and I think what spurred this is he realizes if there is no board wipe for my 1/1s, I'm getting a clear Quartermaster, but Dog has to read into this.
Yeah, I really like that, because he knows that there's no fan of knives. And now Dog is kind of forced to use the Blade Flurry, or is he?
It's a pretty weak one, and Reynad can follow up with a low.
Yeah, it's really weak. But the other option is like, I think the Violet Teacher, but then you have to backstab now. You have to backstab.
Yeah, if you play Violet Teacher on this board, if you don't backstab, you're throwing yourself. You're throwing the game essentially.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, but the Drake backstab is like the Teacher will still trade for 2 of the Quartermastered the 1/1s, the Quartermastered dudes.
Yeah.
So it's kind of okay because you can like spell power backstab on the following turn. Seems like he wants to take the flurry here.
Yeah, I don't blame him, honestly. The thing is, he's gonna need even more of it, because Reynad's just gonna go for the muster number 2 plus hero power.
Wow,
I think.
yeah, for sure. Seeing that now, he knows that there's no fan of knives. So the only thing that can happen is like the second flurry, which is really unlikely. And you are not actually even unhappy with the second flurry. Because if you know that the rogue has no flurries left at all, you are gonna be really like free to just spam minions.
Let me think.
Yeah, you're gonna be more liberal with dropping stuff on the board once the 2 flurries are gone. So I would like Reynad here to go for muster hero power. I think it's pretty consistent with his line of play so far.
Definitely. I would be shocked if he did anything else. Because of what just happened. Like, there was no fan, there was only a flurry.
Yeah, uses the charge that indicates he's gonna be dropping that second Light's Justice.
It's pretty good.
And you know what? I think Dog's gonna smell the Quartermaster and panic because there's
he knows
nothing
it's coming.
right now.
He has to like top deck something good.
Well, that's not bad actually.
It's
now that I
not
think
like the greatest value ever to be backstabbing 1/1s, but in this situation he kinda has to do it.
Yeah, you get your own 1/1s though, which is not horrible.
It feels so bad though to be backstabbing dudes.
I agree. I mean, Reynad essentially got 2 backstabs for a single muster for battle, and he's not done yet.
He still has some dudes there, so.
Yep.
But is this now even worth it? Like, you could just load up here. Okay, it's gonna go for that.
I really like it. This is
Violet Teacher is so dangerous. I think it's fair that you just take it out when you can. He does have the consecration though, so maybe he doesn't need to just yet trade for it.
Yeah, you could go for the 3/3 on the 1/1 and go face for 3 and let him figure out what he wants to do. Because you've seen a flurry, if he had a second one, he would have probably used it instead of double backstabbing. So I think Reynad could make the call of just going face with those guys.
Yeah, I actually like, more than I think about it, I actually liked it a lot. I don't see any point in taking out the 1/1 really. But I could like see arguments made in favor of taking the teacher out or going face. But this kind of frees him to be able to do something else than the consecration on next turn.
Yeah.
If he went face, he would have been stuck with the consecration play for sure.
Yeah, definitely. It would have been nearly mandatory. But now, the rogue has still some potential to come back. It's just not over yet. Is this a consecration turn, or you just attack and then shredder? Okay, well, it's gonna be the shredder.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You're gonna ask the low tip to follow it up soon.
Oh man, Dog is getting those drakes out. It's actually pretty helpful for him. SI7 agent. So you know what I would have liked here? Blood Mage Thalnos. Sorry. You shift for 2, then you SI and trade the 1/1 for the Quartermaster, but you then get stuck with the Shredder, which is somewhat problematic.
Wow.
Oh man, this is a crazy thing.
Oh.
This is almost too good actually for Reynad.
I really want to see the low tip here. Not sure what trades you want to do, but low tip seems pretty good.
I don't even know if I trade. I just go Lotheb shielded mini bot and then I maybe kill the 1/1. You don't even have to kill the 1/1. I mean, it'll die as soon as you do something else. You could just go full face and force your opponent to make the trades at this point.
We can see that that's the right trade. Yeah, that works out because there would have been like a Drake into SI agent. Dog actually has the perfect turn here, considering the low tip effect. Because he can play minions instead of spells, because the spells are not working right now.
Well, there's Blood Mage SI Edwin, which is also not horrible.
Yeah,
that's gonna give him a 6/6.
Yeah, he doesn't necessarily need a draw from the Drake just yet. And he knows that the type of Paladin deck doesn't run many silences, or maybe not even silence at all. There's only one or none.
So, we know the Dog has already used a Blood Mage and 1 Drake, so he's only got 1 source of spell damage left for a good Blade Flurry, if anything. So this might be the Drake that he's gonna keep for that specific purpose.
Yeah, this is going so well for Reynad right now.
Well, Dog's drawing an extra card for that Blood Mage. So it's not
and he did get a flurry. I don't know if he wants to do it just yet, but it's definitely a card that he needed to get. Like, it's a card that he needs.
Yeah, he can stall with the first, like he Drake draws perhaps. Oh wait.
Wow.
Drake draws, you sap to stall a little bit, and you set up an incredible next turn, I think. This is looking pretty okay.
Probably sap.
Yeah, because I mean, what he's gonna do here to kill your Drake is trade away maybe shielded mini bot and the 2/5, which means all you have to do is buff up your weapon, kill the sludge, then you get a sick flurry.
The sap is not obvious still because it's pretty scary to use it here because you know that there might be a Tyrion coming.
Tyrion, yeah. If Tyrion wasn't a thing. That's why you need Sabotage back in Rogue. I'd love to see that come back. Alright, well...
Wow, just setting it up.
Ouch. Ouch. I'm in pain here for... Well, then again, if you're equality, you're opening yourself up to the most awful Blade Flurry of all time.
This Blade Flurry is like the best play that he has right now. Involves him getting like really deep with the board. Going for like Juggler, then Defendering the... Okay.
He's gonna see where the knife hits.
Yeah, what is he gonna Defender and trade?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, this is exactly what I was like thinking about. But the thing is that it's so weak. It's like the best play possible. But now the flurry is gonna come down.
Yeah, Reynad loses his entire board, and you know what? That might be exactly what Dog needs, because he gets a Lotheb follow-up, which gives him another 5 damage on the board. He's got Eviscerate for 4 to the face.
Wow.
That puts Reynad on 5 health, which means actually Dog is threatening lethal next turn.
Just look at that, like only card left in Reynad's hand is an equality. Okay, so if you're Reynad, do you...
This is game. This is game. Sap, Tyrion, and good game.
Wow. Like the perfect cards in... That's like the best draw if you're Reynad, but it's not good enough. Because the
Not
sap...
this time.
Wow.
Oh man, this is disgusting. That preparation just saying, hey, I exist, and Dog says, you know what, you would have been useful about 25 turns ago, but now I don't need you. And he's gonna take the first game from Reynad. I'm absolutely astonished by the outcome. I thought the Paladin had this game, but he had to but you know, Dog gets the innervate. Just gonna let that be out there. I think Reynad is on the coin, so
yeah,
that gives him an extra card to start with. I didn't see the mulligan of Reynad. I think it went by a little too fast.
It's okay. I guess there was something bad. Looks like a standard Paladin. I mean, and a Druid also, like for now.
Well, this is I wonder what Dog is considering here. I mean, Keeper of the Grove with Innervate on an early Knife Juggler is pretty sweet, but at the same time, it's also not a mandatory thing. You want to keep one at least for Tyrion in the late game.
I would probably only keep the Drake. I mean, the Keeper might be okay because you can like innervate a Keeper on the juggler. So this is okay.
Yeah, the problem with Innervate when you're the first player is that it actually feels like card disadvantage, right?
Oh wow, that's always a great pickup.
Definitely. Better than a Drake at this point of the game, for sure.
Against Paladin it's so nice because it clears the dudes, and also with the hero power and you get... Oh wow, what a draw from Dog.
Welcome to Skillstone, Heroes of RNG Craft. Well, actually, I'm just a little curious. Like, Wild Growth is going to allow him to curve Shredder perfectly, so that Innervate is going to be usable on a possible 7 draw. If he finds a Watcher at some point, like soon, it's going to be pretty crazy.
Wow. Looking so good for Dog already.
I mean, Ancient of Lore, not
start,
Watcher.
and like even the future terms look so nice. Even though the Drake does die to a True Silver. So that's not the best 5-drop right now. He would prefer to have either like a Belter or a Druid of the Claw, just taunt it up.
Yeah, Reynad's decision to coin out True Silver is pretty much... I think it's too obvious not to make as a call. It's too good to pass.
Okay. He actually picks up the Druid of the Claw here.
I don't know how Dog does it. It's like 3 top decks in a row right now, or at least...
Yeah, pretty sick.
Oh no, that's right. The Drake wasn't that usable immediately, but still, it's still a pretty crazy setup because there is Consecration as True Silver Champion as a possible line of play, but... Oh my goodness.
Wow.
No way.
I'm tempted to play the Shredder because of the KT.
I almost just want to play KT now, but you're so open to equality soon. I don't know. Because the thing is, if you attack with... You attack with Zombie Chow and you're 1/6, you kill the 3/3. I mean, you could play Shredder instead, though. It's so sick.
I like the Shredder.
Oh, man. This is disgustingly strong. Oh, my God. You're gonna be, like, you know, wasting 1 mana, but who cares, right?
Yeah, it doesn't matter at all. And, like, next turn with the KT, he can respawn the Shredder. He gets the death roll from it. Like, the Shredder trades so well with no matter what Reynad plays here.
Yeah, but he can't get tunnel visioned because Equality Consecration from Reynad is gonna deny Kel'Thuzad completely.
That's true. Reynad is not out of it because of that mentioned combo.
I don't think... it might not... The only mistake is if Reynad goes for the Consecration now to kill the Druid, but I don't think he'll fall for that. He'll just play a Shredder.
No way. Yeah, I think it's a fairly easy Shredder here.
Yeah, I hope Dog doesn't innervate out that Kel'Thuzad because that would really just... I think he might actually lose on the back of that.
It looks pretty tempting if you Dog, because like you know that if there's no equality consecration, then you're gonna win the game. But Reynad does have exactly that. And some paladins have been cutting 1 equality, so it's like possible that Reynad is only playing 1. And if Dog knows that Reynad only plays 1, I think it's worth risking. But it's just unfortunate that it's there.
I think he played 2 last game, but I'm not too sure.
Oh, he probably did.
Yeah, he played 1 on the Violet Teacher, I believe, and then 1 on something else.
Okay.
So, well, Reynad is roping. Is there a problem with the connection here? Did Reynad drop?
Oh no.
I suspect Reynad might have lost connection. I don't know if Dog is aware of it or... It seems to be.
Probably is.
There's a connectivity problem for sure. Now we have to see what Dog ends up doing. Oh, Reynad's back. Reynad has hovered over his hero.
Okay, well that was a mistake not playing anything there on turn 5.
Do you think he just passed? but
No, I was kidding.
Okay.
Just about.
Yeah. I was like, what? Was there a tactical value to that play that I just couldn't see? Okay, yeah, never mind. Like no hero power, nothing.
Just
Like.
joke. Okay.
Oh my god. Well, Reynad still has equality contact, so he probably doesn't feel out of it, but he's out of it. Is he back now? Yeah, he is. Okay, well, he's forced into using the combo, and his switch over charge, that is.
Maybe he was baiting out more value for the equality combo. Like faking it the DC.
That is so deep. Adele is rolling in it.
It's like next level. Wow. Oh my goodness.
Wow. Alright, so that Mech Warper is going to be pretty much irrelevant. And now Kel'Thuzad is... Oh, wow. It stands to give no value at all to Dog at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you can't play it now, because really, what does it accomplish?
Not much. I think
You're
it's
almost
like,
putting yourself into, like, another equalities range.
Yeah.
And I don't think you can afford that. Well, it's going to be... I think that's a pretty obvious, like, Dr. Boom turn for Reynad, because he's on 7 mana.
Yeah.
And then Dog has to respond with KT hero power and trade everything into it.
Yeah. I mean, part of the Shredded Hammer isn't that bad either, but...
Oh.
There's the Black Knight coming. But it's like, even if you have 7 mana, and you have a Dr. Boom, just... I don't think there's any thinking required. But the reason why he did this play was most likely because he was worried about the combo. Because with the combo, he would have been dead.
Yeah, he, like, Force of Nature Savage Roar would have killed him outright.
Uh-huh, yeah. So that's why he wanted to taunt up, I think.
Well, Dog's gonna be losing that Drake. He probably wanted to keep it for the Kel'Thuzad, but unfortunately Reynad is probably gonna finish it off with Coghammer.
Yeah. And fortunate for Reynard, there's no combo in sight just yet. Not even one.
There's another line of play with Shielded Minibot Hero Power Defensive Argus, which I don't dislike, because it's a bit safer if you're expecting combo, and that would be really consistent with the line of play that he's taken so far.
Oh yeah,
seems
because he
to
was
be
so
worried
defensive on the previous turn too.
Mhm.
I wouldn't be surprised to see that.
Knowing his
It's really
state of mind.
scary if you Reynard here. I actually think that he's gonna go with that. Like, we can see that the dog is actually not threatening very much with his hand. So it probably would work out better to just play the Dr. Boom. But I can't really fault Reynard for doing this play because there's so much damage coming in.
It's too easy to lose a game because you didn't taunt up when you could have against Druid, so I don't blame him at all. Oh wow, it might have actually been... Wait, he would have been 3 off. Yeah.
Would have been really low.
I almost like Sylvanas better here, but like you ping the shield off, then you attack with the Black Knight.
It's pretty close. Yeah.
That actually lets you play Kel'Thuzad and Innervate Savage Roar. Does it? Yeah, it does next turn. If you feel like it.
That combo. KT Savage Roar, it kind of works, because you can trade your existing minions better, and then they will respawn. Did you disconnect?
I hope not. You know what? This is actually really cool because Dog is a very, very impatient player. At least he's known for being impatient. He just plays his turns, you know, in 1.5 seconds because he sees them a bit too fast. But sometimes he ends up misplaying because of that. So it's nice to see him take his time here.
I watch his stream every now and then, and that's what happens. You described it pretty well.
Yeah, he's
Actually,
just like, we're gonna do this, and then he loses the game.
I really like his style though, because he doesn't like burn that much rope.
Yeah, I say we should. Oh wait, is he lagging?
He might be. Yeah. Those Chinese connections.
Okay, so they're in China right now, which would explain.
Yes.
You know what? That's kind of a fair trade, if you will. 1 turn skipped for 1 turn skipped.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate still.
This might have been the turn that wins the game too, and Reynad's gonna capitalize on that by dropping Monster for Battle. And this is probably an unrecoverable position for a Druid. I mean, there's no way for you to handle those 3/3s. Swipe is fine, but when they're already 3/3s, it's way too late. Well, there's no lethal looming on. Is there like 2, 5? Actually, I think.
Oh baby. Is there
Wait.
enough?
Okay, wait. Force the Nature Savage Roar, Innervate Hero Power, you kill a 4/4. That's 7. Yes, you have
enough.
lethal. Oh my god! That hero power is so clutch. We'll never see that Kel'Thuzad drop.
If he disconnects now, that's gonna be sad.
He's gonna have lethal on board, but he just won't get to use it. He has to use his
for the
field power.
BM here.
Well, it doesn't really matter ultimately. He would have still had the kill. He's just maximizing his damage output.
RIP.
Well, Dog is gonna go 2-0 against Reynad. I'm still thinking about that turn where Reynad disconnected, which would have really mattered. You know, playing that Shredder down against... Like, I kind of want to say that this game is... in Reynad's hand is going to dominate if a Giant comes out.
It's a really sweet hand from Reynad here.
But then again, I can't say the Dog's hand is bad either, to be honest.
No, it's not
a pretty
all.
crazy hand as well. Lots of these players with great hands at this stage of the game.
Yep. Just the way I like it. Like both players not whiffing on the jaws. It's so boring when like one player gets completely like, just shut down and the game never gets played. That's what I love about Hearthstone. It happens like way less often than in Magic the Gathering also.
Yeah, you have no lands and then the game is lost because you got land screwed.
Yep, you get like either too many or too few, and it's like 1/3 of the games are never even really played because of that. Because it's just not fair.
Yeah, too many games in Magic happen like this, but it's still a very played game.
Yep.
So I guess it's got to be doing something right.
Yeah, it's an awesome game.
So we see, I think Choose Our Champion makes more sense than a boring equality here. I guess Defender could also work, but you trade so much stuff away into that Drake. And you risk getting like Hellfired into Oblivion.
The Hellfire value, if he doesn't trade, is just off the like records. It's so crazy. So if he plays the Defender, maybe he trades partially or so, like trades just something. I don't know. I kind of like
it on 3 health, and then puts it on 3 health to make sure that Hellfire at least trades with the Drake. But why would you feed a Defender of Argus into it?
Seeing the cards actually like Defender of Argus and go face with everything would be correct, but there's no way you can make that call.
From Reynad's perspective, I don't think that's a viable approach. I still prefer the Choose Our Champion, but we'll see what he ends up doing. And he does not do that. In fact, he actually does it partially, though.
Will.
He sets up, as I said, the Hellfire, where if it does get played, it will kill the Drake. But there's no Hellfire.
Really weird, but I think it was okay. Like, it was not bad anyhow, but I didn't even consider such play.
Well, that was the play that we talked about for the Hellfire. That you can actually afford playing the Defender, but you're not losing too much on Hellfire. What to do? Well, I mean, I guess you could play Echoing Ooze. Nah, there's no way. Not in that deck. Not with Hobgoblin around the corner, but I like Sun Fury Protector, honestly. You just attack into that 2/2, then play Sun Fury to contest the 2/2 and the 2/3, but... Yeah.
Seems alright. I don't think he needs to save up the Sun Fury. It's his only Taunt Giver for now, but we know that he plays a bunch if it's the Gara deck, so... Or actually Dog's deck that Gara played also.
Yep. We're gonna be able to see... I think the follow-ups from Dog are pretty strong. His late game and mid game are looking pretty terrible. Like, I mean, horrific here for him. I mean, that 2/2's dead to the Sun Fury. Ooh.
Oh, hello.
That's a nice draw right now.
It's gonna get
then again,
though, but it looks sweet if you Dog.
Do you try out Lotheb here instead to make sure that nothing can go wrong with it? Yeah. So he goes for Lotheb.
That's fair.
It's a safe play, and I think
it works out better. I mean, it dies the True Silver, so it's not perfect either. But it's less risky than it would have been with the Giant. And also, he can next turn he can go tap into Giant, so it's like more efficient with the card draws.
I keep thinking about that. I'm not if you didn't play it this turn, I'm not sure you actually want to do it, but at the same time, you can't afford holding that Giant forever. You see the Shadow Flame come out.
Yeah, now he picked up an AoE, so he shouldn't be too worried about Pick and Hunter because he knows that he can still clear. Oh man, it's so tempting for Dog to Shadow Flame his big game here. But it's not gonna work out because there's Dr. Boom coming next then.
Dr. Boom is gonna punish that heavily. I think you could play...
He might even like...
Iron Beak Cowl.
I actually didn't see that. That's better.
I I think Iron Beak Owl clears most of the stuff away, and then you can even Void Walker on the back of it. In this specific case, it works out, but...
That's definitely correct. I didn't see the owl. I didn't see the owl at all, so that's why I... Yeah.
Well, this could still go super wrong for Dog. Wait. Oh
Not
my goodness.
quite lethal yet. Can't attack with both of the weapons.
I almost like Tyrion. As a, like, you drop it, you trade that 4-1 away, and then the opponent does what to you?
Yeah, I think the Tyrion is the way to go, because you just saw an owl happen, and it would be weird, at least I think it would be weird, if that type of demon lock would run 2 owls. So
yeah, it doesn't
feels
have
really
room
safe to drop that now, with the owl just being played. There's no real answer to that now.
Ooh, I can't help but feel like that's a bit awkward. Well, he's gonna try to set up a nice Mal'Ganis, is my guess, at the very least, because he's not dead now. We know that for a fact. But the thing is that Dr. Boom coming down is gonna be a huge threat to his life total at this point.
It's gonna be Boom for sure.
Yeah, luckily for him though, Dr. Boom hitting the board. I mean, if Mal'Ganis comes down and Reynad goes face, the Succubus or the Mistress of Pain is actually buffed up to 3 attack. But
there's still a big game hunter too. It's not over just yet.
well, BGH and Echoing Ooze Sun Fury is going to set up a nice line of defense against against those guys. Oh.
Pew pew.
Oh.
Oh, I actually really like Big Game Hunter Void Caller.
And Sun Fury, right? Yeah.
Yeah, with that pickup.
Oh, this is actually really insane. This is an insane board. Because if he does end up killing the Void Caller, which he will,
there's gonna be an equality on the Mal'Ganis.
there's no way there's not. There has to be one.
Yeah.
That was like the most telegraphed. Yeah. Oh my goodness. No, you have to trade the 1-1 into Mal'Ganis first, then you trade the bomb away. Alright, wow.
I haven't seen that before.
The biggest whiff of all time.
I didn't know it can happen, because I think that when... Well, I guess, but why not?
Because it's random, it's not a targeted effect, so it can happen. But if it were targeted, then it couldn't possibly occur, so...
That's all I didn't see there. Never lucky.
So Dog is gonna play the Anoyotron, and you know what? If he finds Hobgoblin, this could actually... Again, then again, there is Muster for Battle with Quartermaster. This is probably... I mean, you attack Anoyotron with a 1-1, kill it with a 5-1, then you muster Quartermaster and be done with it. Very powerful turn from... Wait, what? Why not kill the Anoyotron with your weapon? I guess he doesn't want to damage his sludge into Hellfire range.
From Hellfire range, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like his health matters much at this point, so... Wait.
I actually like not playing the Quartermaster here, because he can't really kill those 1-1s, so it's the same having them at 1 as having them at 3, in a way. Because like they still die to Hellfire.
Yeah, they're not vulnerable, I get what you mean. And they're still gonna be able to deal damage right now. And you essentially got yourself more damage output for next turn, I guess.
Yep.
But... this is game with equality, I believe.
Yeah, he actually doesn't even need that. Doesn't even need it. Uses the weapon and like uses the weapon
buffs,
and like sludge or whatever.
Right.
Okay.
You just get a total of 9 damage, 12 damage from the board, which is exact lethal for Reynad against Dog's Warlock. So that's
nice.
That's a good matchup for Paladin. I have to be honest with you. This is probably one of the weakest matchups for the specific Warlock.
Yeah, it looks really.
I like that a lot, actually, but it seems to indicate to me... actually, I remember Mech Mage from Reynad with Blink Troll and Water Elemental, but Kirintor Mage is pretty novel there, as far as I'm aware. Oh man, Dog's hand.
He needs to pick up a 2-drop, and a 3, and a 4. Wow.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Kirintor Mage kind of indicates counterspell for me, but I'm not sure what type of like exact list Reynad is running.
If he doesn't throw a 3... this game almost looks over already. Well, maybe not just yet. It's early to say.
You mean about the Twilight Drakes and everything coming out perfectly?
It looks pretty good for the Warlock in my mind right now.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And that Molten is just gonna seal it even further, I think. Oh my goodness.
Another counter.
Whoa!
You don't want to
double
draw those
counterspell.
into your hand.
Well, you don't want them, but at the same time, 2 counter spells in a deck. I just want to pause on that for a second. How I haven't seen much. I mean, a one of okay, I've seen a lot of, but does that mean he's running 2 Kirin Tors and 2 Mad Scientists for the Mirror Entities and the counter spells?
Probably, yeah. I would think so. If there's that many secrets.
That's a huge investment. I mean, it's basically you going all in on secrets, which means the odds of having a pretty terrible starting hand get much higher than Mech Mage.
That's true. It's a bit of like from my experience, that type of plan is it's really powerful when it works out. Like when all of those when you get the right amount of secrets, like you don't draw too many to your hand, you just draw just enough for the Kirin Tor and stuff. It's like one of the most amazing things ever. But when you don't get it, oh
yeah,
man.
it's really punishing. But then again, Reynad has a total of 12 damage just on board, and that doesn't account for. Oh, actually, he's gonna have even more than that with the
Wow. Well,
this is I think Reynad might be able to take this game very easily and convincingly, in fact.
maybe I was calling it too early. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
this is
yeah,
whoa.
How
That
did
was
that
quick.
happen?
That
Well,
that 2-mana
Even
mech
with those
just.
useless counter spells. Wow.
Whoa. There's 3/4s for 3 mana. With their ability, that would be the craziest thing. Well, Reynad's Druid hand is as good as it's gonna get against this mid-range Warlock, I can tell you that much.
Well, yeah.
It is never gonna get better.
It's pretty interesting.
It's the God draw.
Wild Road would make it better. That's a really good start. I mean, you get the shade out before it dies to Hellfire, right? Or can you? Is it too late already? If he coins it now, it's gonna be... Huh, okay.
Yeah, Shredder allows you to deal with Voidwalkers, Mistresses of Pain, that you've seen already, so I like that line of play from Reynad. It's
The
pretty
Hellfire is
straightforward.
gonna be so good. It's gonna be just amazing. Like it's gonna be even better if he plays the shade here. I don't think he can... Uh-oh.
Well, Reynad fell right into that one. But he maintains a lot of pressure, and honestly, his follow-up on turn 5 is still pretty sick, so...
That's true.
If this is not a
25
Doomsayer...
now.
If this is not a Doomsayer... Oh, that's a good card for Reynad. The card draw is amazing.
Definitely, and he needed that extra card draw. You don't want to see Lore Walker show there.
Oh, Jewel of the
Okay.
Claw falls down. Aggressive Jewel of the
Really
Claw.
aggressive, wow.
Yeah, he learned from his last game as Mech Mage. He's like, if I can just punch him in the face fast enough, does it work? Wait, that is near lethal. Not quite, mind you, but pretty close.
If
This
Savage
deck
Roar
does
would
it
be
very close.
10.
Yeah, I like Lothar attack and then get an extra 2, and then if you find your Savage Roar, this board is... Well, anti-kill bot is gonna buy a lot of time.
Oh, what a draw with the slime.
Do you prefer the heal bot, or do you like Slime Taunt?
Slime defender for sure. I think it's like by far to play. Because
It
if you
tanks
play the
6
heal,
damage. You're right. It tanks 6 damage, and you can protect against the combo. So it's still
wow,
the
I
best.
actually think that's pretty amazing. Is there anything else? Like that was just like my first instinct. Could he just Twilight Drake and annoy Edson? Would that keep him alive? That's pretty good too. He could save up the slime thingy for next turn. Okay.
Yeah, because it does tank enough hits that this doesn't become a problem. But if there is a Savage Roar, if Dog had been on, if Reynad had been on,
Wow.
one more mana would have just sealed the game. One more mana would have sealed it. Actually, wait, you can go Force of Nature, trade into the Annoytron, go phase 4.
You can put him down to 4.
Yeah, but then you're dead if he heals up. So
yeah,
maybe
no
you don't.
follow
do
up
that.
really.
I like Keeper of the Grove Silence, and then you just go full phase with everything. I think this is probably...
Yes,
or you
you're right.
silence the Drake and then attack, and then... But the thing is, you want to get that damage in ASAP now.
He actually
You're on the
doesn't really
brink
have
of
to, like, he doesn't have the follow-up once the taunts come up.
Come
but
rolling
I
in,
do
yeah.
feel like with this hand, this has to be the play.
Yep, and I agree with you wholeheartedly, and he's probably going to go for it. You want to seize that opportunity, and the wild growth is setting up a sooner force of nature, but it's also enabling the molten giants from Dog. Okay, well.
I think he would have been stretched pretty bad if he went for the defender on the previous turn, like I was suggesting first. Because like he needed to save up the taunt. Really feel like he needed to save it. Oh wow. This actually gives Reynad an opening. Because if Reynad gets an innervate top deck, yeah.
Yeah,
so
the
like
innervate is
it.
the only thing.
He has to get it. He's gonna lose the game otherwise. Like, there's no way he can clear all of this stuff, like, and there's more taunts and everything. He needs an innervate right here. There's only one left. Oh no.
Well, swipe wipes the board almost.
Almost, yeah. So it's not a bad draw. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's just there's no gas in his hand.
Yeah, how do you actually get those trees to pass through is the problem. You know, if he taunts up, you're gonna be in a world of hurt. Like you're looking at lethal next turn if the opponent just, whoa. Oh, well that works too. Never mind. I'm an idiot. It works more than well. I panicked for no reason. I do that a lot. It's like, why is he doing this? And then process the info. Well, that's gonna be a little messy here. You know what? If a Doomsayer comes out of that thing, I think Reynad actually wins the game.
It never happens. It only happens in like troll den clips. There's like 20 million players and only one gets that. So.
I know. Well, that's gonna be a pretty easy recovery for Dog from now on, I think.
Wow, what a wall.
There's almost nothing the Reynad can really do. I guess back-to-back combo, perhaps.
Even more taunts.
Yeah, back-to-back combo is the only thing I can really see helping me out here. He gets another force and then another roar.
There's really like no like the druid AoE is so weak. He can't really clear all this stuff.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier. You know, if that Hobgoblin comes out with Voidwalkers and Echoing Oozes, they're too big to actually get out of the way.
Even though I'm like really excited to watch this deck, I'm so disappointed that once again the Hobgoblin does not do anything.
I don't know if they're only running one, but they haven't really shown up much. But I think Reynad's gonna attempt. He's gonna attempt the fate here, try to get himself that second combo in case Dog doesn't get any more taunts. But we know it's not realistic at all.
So much more stats on the board.
This is gonna be good game here. These taunts are just gonna block Reynad's.
There's no way he's getting through.
Yep. And he just taunts up Void Caller because he.
I don't know why he doesn't even have a demon in his hand. Is he like trolling or something? He might be. It doesn't really matter at this point.
Reynad's running a Sun Fury, actually.
Oh, that's so good here. Never mind.
Yeah. You play Shade and Sun Fury. Oh wait, it's stealthed. How does it work? Does it break the game? Oh, well, Dog's gonna take the series.